Today, my guest has more energy than anybody I've ever met. Kara Kaufmann is a mother of 4 boys. Yeah, 4 boys. She teaches music, she writes music, she has a day job, and just saying that makes me want a nap. How in the heck do you do all of that, Kara?
I don't know, but I take it day by day. And I think, honestly, playing music with children and for children is so energy giving, and they are so joyful that it just keeps me going, you know?
Doesn't seem like a job.
Boost. It never seems like a job.
So you teach music. What age group is that?
So I have 2 sort of teaching gigs going on right now. One of them is in Amherstburg at the music school there called Musicland, and I do a parent and taught class.
Oh.
So it's usually babies and toddlers and their parent. And so it's essentially having the child and the parent caregiver engage with them through music, and we do really fun activities and sing songs. So I've been doing that. I'm on my 2nd session of that right now, which has been a lot of fun. And then my newest job is teaching at some Montessori schools in the area, teaching music to, babies right through age 4 and 5. Yeah.
Now, how do you find them responding to the music classes?
Oh, it's so fun. It's so fun. So I was taking over for a really talented musician in the area, Brendan Friel. He has this great program that he's been doing at the Montessori schools locally. And so watching him, like he's very talented, and I thought I've got some big shoes to fill, but it has been going so well so far. Just trying to always keep music fun for them, introduce them to different sounds, different instruments. It's been great. I'm only on my 2nd week so far, so it's been good.
Still the honeymoon phase.
It is, eh?
Although with kids, that never ends.
No, it doesn't. That's the thing. Years ago, I started out music playing for adults, and it was fine. It was fun, but it's nothing like playing for kids,
What made you transition?
Having my own children. Yeah, so when I was still gigging continuously when I was pregnant with my first child, even right up to like 9 months pregnant.
I'm going to stop you right there. Yeah. Do you write your own music?
I do.
And you write your own songs?
Yes. Yeah. So back in the day, I had released an album called The Curious Case of the Past. And it was, all like, moody love songs, all the things. And I toured around southwestern Ontario, Cleveland, Michigan. And then we lived in Cleveland for a while. And that's where, we had our first child, and I was still gigging right up into the end. And I thought, great, I'm going to have my baby and just keep playing. Well, that came to a very quick stop because, as we all know, babies are a lot.
A lot.
Whole new world. So I really scaled back a ton, and I didn't play live for a long time, and then had my 2nd child, my 3rd child. I kept writing music, but then what seemed to naturally make the most sense was writing kids' music. I knew I would start with lullabies at some point, or that softer sort of music. But I have 5 albums out about dinosaurs. And so what, prompted Dinosaurs is that my boys have all loved dinosaurs fiercely, right, at some point in their youth. And it actually started with them asking me for some dinosaur songs in particular. Like they wanted a Velociraptor song and just some dinosaur songs they couldn't find when they were asking Alexa. And I thought, you know what, I can write them some songs. And I thought I would just do it for fun, but it was actually such a great way to get back into music and performing live and writing again. So I wrote them those songs, and that was sort of during the pandemic. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna record these. Let's just see how this goes. So then that was my first album, Dino Lullabies. It's very fun. Yeah.
It sounds like it. And how many albums do you say you have out now?
5 EPs. So each has 5 songs on it. So 5 different dinosaurs. So it's Dino Lullabies, Dino Ditties, which are a little more upbeat. Dino Friends Swim and Dino Friends Fly. So prehistoric marine and, flying reptiles. And then at Christmas last year, I did a Christmas album with dinosaurs. I reworked, like Jingle Bells and Rudolph into dinosaur songs. And so we had a lot of fun doing that. So I have that. And then I have a new album coming out. It's not about dinosaurs, but it's releasing next week. So
nice. Now, exciting. Where can everybody, for the parents, where can they find your albums?
Yeah, so everything's available sort of worldwide on any streaming platform that people listen to. So the most common ones, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music.
Yeah.
They're all there.
And what about this new album?
Yeah, so it's called Sunshine, and I initially planned on releasing it in the summer, but we've just a challenging summer. My father passed away in June, and I needed to pause on a few things. So the album, I slowly worked away at it, but what inspired it was I also write custom family songs, and someone asked me to do a cover of You Are My Sunshine for them. So she loved to sing it to her daughters. It had a lot of special meaning. And I said to her, well, the lyrics of that song, once you get past that chorus, can be quite sad. So I said, why don't we rework these verses and we'll put your daughters' names in? And we just had a lot of fun with that. And I recorded it for her, sent it to her. And I got to thinking, what, I really like this version. What if I change the verses again, take out the girls' names and whatnot, and release it? So I did that, and I thought I would just put it out as a single, but it just sort of working on that song inspired a few other songs just about special relationship between a caregiver and their child, and their little one. And so there's some songs about being outdoors, playing at the park, taking some quiet moments to color together, that sort of thing. So
it still has the children in it.
Oh, it's still a children's album. Yep, it's still a children's album. I think I will probably continue forward with children's music. We'll see if I dabble back into adult music eventually. But this is kind of where I want to stay for now.
And I did notice on Instagram that you do customize songs for people, so it wasn't just a one-off.
Exactly. Yeah. So I've been doing that for the last year and a half or so. I had a few requests, and I thought, what, let me just try it out. I have so much fun with that. So I send out a questionnaire. They send the answers back to me, and then I just start to build the song from there. But I love working through that relationship with that person. I've worked with a few grandparents. Those are really special songs. A grandmother who's, ordering a song for her first grandchild, and now she's actually just ordered another one for her second grandchild. So they're really meaningful, and so that's what I really love about them. But yeah,
that would be so sweet.
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah.
I'd be tearing up writing it.
I love
but
reading.
Even writing is like,
I know, it's so true. So there's this one song that was requested, and it was a mom, 2 children. She'd gone through a separation. They moved states. There were a lot of big changes in their lives. And she just wanted a song that would help them feel like some cohesion and just some settled feelings. And so I wrote this song called Big Life Changes. And I don't know, just something about that song makes me so emotional every time I listen to it. Then I actually re-recorded it, and it's going to be on the Sunshine EP that's releasing next week, so everyone will get to hear it. But that was a really special song. So it does become emotional when I'm writing them for these families. Yeah.
That's so sweet, though.
Yeah. It's awesome because we know that music connects us so much, right?
It's true.
And music is it's memory and it's emotion. It's all these things, right? So to have your own special song or have something you're connecting over. And that's why I love, when I went to write the Dinosaur songs, I didn't want to, there's nothing wrong with Baby Shark. It's fine. I don't mind it, right? But I wanted to write music that parents, caregivers also wanted to listen to, right? Because I've heard Baby Shark so many times.
Thank God that came out after my son grew up.
And I'm just okay, I don't know if I can hear it again. So I wanted to write songs that, an adult would want to hear as well, but the theme and the lyrics were geared towards children, right? So these dinosaurs, of course, dinosaurs, kids love them, but they also infuse stories of child wonder, curiosity, growth, perseverance, self-love. And so so I wrote the songs just the way I would have written any adult song, but theme, lyrics are geared towards kids. And I did the same thing with the Sunshine song, and even my custom family songs are like that too, so that it's again, something that they can listen to together and connect over. So I just find that so important.
It really is. And it's nice to get them off their pad for a bit. And they can, you guys can listen to music, even make up their own songs.
Yes, right? I love inspiring that in kids, letting them know, you can write your own stuff. I held 2 songwriting workshops at Musicland in Amherstburg.
And then you also do, I'm just looking down here, do you do monthly Music and Me at Amherstburg Library?
Yes, I do. Yeah, so the next one's coming up soon on Saturday. So one Saturday a month, I do a free Music and Me program where families can come. There's a different, theme each time, and I try to weave in a different music concept, whether it's beat, tempo, pitch, that sort of thing. And we just have a lot of fun. And then we make a DIY instrument. So we've made guitars out of Kleenex boxes.
Awesome.
We've made like kazoos, and yeah, it's really fun. We have a good time.
And again, Amherstburg Library once a month, and it's free.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yes.
Free's always good when
Free
you have
is
kids.
Good. Well, and this is the other thing too. Like, I think access to music education and just access to instruments, and it's not always an option for everybody, right? And not all schools have a robust music program.
Yeah.
In Amherstburg, we're lucky at Amherstburg Public School. We've got a great music program. My boys love it there. But yeah, it's not always something that people have. So I like to, at least if I can do my small part, offering that at the library, something where families can come and enjoy it. Kids can try out different instruments. The library has a really cool Music and Me kit. So you can actually rent it out and take it home. And it has all these different percussion instruments in it, activities on how to use the percussion instruments. So those are really cool kits to check out from all the library. Any library you can check it out from.
I did not know that.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Yeah.
Well, this is good to know because I do have a grandbaby coming up, so
that's right.
We'll have to try that. And they live near Amherstburg. So.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Yeah. So
I'm sure they would love to do something like that.
It's a great option, right? Yeah, and you just have some fun with some bells and some little shakers.
Now, I met you when you were starting for Jill, Mom Said Duck, at Anchor Coffee, and you were just playing such soothing music, and it was wonderful. Do you do that for others as well?
Yeah, I haven't played out sort of, adult shows live as much, but I miss it a lot. So I think about getting back to it, even if I'm, again, as I mentioned earlier, I don't know when or if I'll get back into writing adult geared music. But I wouldn't mind getting out and playing some cover songs for a night, And that night, I geared all my music towards Mother's Day. So I played a few of my songs that, kind of have that feel to it. A lot of songs from the new EP coming up. And then just other songs that were, involved that, parent-child connection. But it was fun.
Long story short, on AM 800, I watch it on YouTube in the morning, and Steve, I met Steve, who wrote Humanism from the Heart.
Such a good book.
It really is. Yeah. And he was telling me, you have to meet Kara. You have to meet Kara. And then I ended up meeting you by accident. I didn't even realize it was the same person.
Connection, right? You walked over to me. You're like, hold on a second. Do you know Steve? Is this you? And I was like, that's me. I know Steve.
Because you did a podcast with him.
I did. So we've kind of talked about this a little bit, but I started a parenting podcast last summer. Now, it comes from a parenting blog that I've had on and off for years called Little Tot Landing. And after my first, I started it I think he was 8 months old. And I thought, you know what? I love writing. I've always been a writer. I also am a freelance writer on the side. So I missed writing when I wasn't working as much in those first few months. So I thought, I'm going to do some, parenting blogging. And as I said, it was kind of on and off. And I decided last summer, who doesn't want a podcast, I guess, right?
It's true.
They're so fun. They're so fun. And I had a great time interviewing people, and Steve was one of them. And we talked, in all these episodes, I've just talked about different, parenting topics. But I had to pause on it because I think just between parenting and work and gigging and
everything going on.
All the things. So it's there. The episodes are still live.
Are you still blogging or?
So not right now.
No.
Not right now. But it also, so what I did when I went back to when I went to the podcast, I went back to blogging as well. So I would take the episode and then write a blog post that sort of coincided with the episode.
But your blog's still out there for people to...
People can go read it. They can go listen to the podcast episodes.
And where can they find that?
I will return to it. So it's the podcast streams anywhere that you can listen to podcasts. So
yeah, and that's Little Tot Landing. And
Little Tot Landing, yeah.
You can follow it on Instagram. But your website, where your blog is, what is that?
That's littletotlanding.com.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. And then for any music things that people might want to check out, and you can also purchase my albums on my website. I know most people stream these days, but they are there. It's KaraKaufmann.com. So, yeah.
It's sometimes easier to just have it downloaded in one spot than trying to find it every time the kid's crying.
I know, or when you're like, I did a little video on this in the summer, because sometimes when you're on a road trip, and we're always on road trips in the summertime, your connection can get spotty. So whatever music you love, it's always a good idea to download it to your phone in whatever capacity that is, if you're purchasing it or not. But, so it's an option.
It is.
Yeah.
I want to get into, before I forget, Spitfires.
Yes.
So what is going on with you and the Spitfires?
I know. So October 24th, they're having a Jurassic night, and they're having me come play some songs. So I don't have all the details yet, but I know that I will be there that night playing my dinosaur songs. I cannot wait. I'm so excited.
I wonder if the kids are going to be dressing up like dinosaurs.
I really hope so.
That would be so much
sure hope
fun.
so. Yes, I hope there is just a lot of dinosaur action going on, because I have a lot of dinosaur songs to share. I'm really excited.
Okay, so Spitfires, if you're watching this, make sure the kids are wearing dinosaur costumes.
Yes, please.
That would be so much fun. They should have their costumes ready for Halloween
Well, this
anyway.
is the thing, right? It's so fun. I was thinking, this is like perfect. Parents could just say, we're dressing up as dinosaurs this year. You've got your costume for the Spitfires game. A few days later, you go out for Halloween. It's perfect.
Do you still do freelance writing?
I do.
Yeah.
So I actually work for two companies that are sort of in the trades. So I used to write like travel and food, and now I'm sort of like talking about manufacturing. But it's really cool. Like, it's just a whole different, change, and I love working for these two companies. So that's something I've always kept as a side job, part-time job, because I stayed at home with my children, and I wanted that. I wanted to figure out a way to stay home with them when they were younger. So I always kept freelancing up. Yeah.
And then you still have songs coming up in your mind.
And then songs all the time. So it's like, writing about cranes and manufacturing, and then I go write a song about, playing in the sunshine. But, it's a good balance.
Have you thought of different themes other than just dinosaurs?
And I think that's what's fun about the Sunshine EP that's coming out. It's just something different. And I knew that eventually I would transition. Will I write songs about, transport trucks and dump trucks? I don't know. But I think I'll probably go more in that avenue of like this Sunshine EP, where we're still talking about like kids' feelings, kids' experiences in life, the connection between a caregiver and a child. Again, coming back to that family music that I love to write. I probably will interject dinosaur songs here and there, because it's been so fun. But yes, I definitely see the evolution and where it'll, go into different themes.
Well, and dinosaurs, they're gender neutral. All kids love dinosaurs.
Right? At some point, right? You will love a dinosaur song, right?
It's better than Barney. I'm sorry.
Yes, I agree.
God.
I agree.
That's
right?
the songs that we had when my son was growing up, and you wanted to punch that green dinosaur.
Right? That's the feeling about Baby Shark. Again, don't want to put down Baby Shark, but you can only hear it so many times before you're like, please, no more.
Now, each one of your dinosaur songs, do they all kind of, how some children's songs, they all sound exactly the same? They might have different words, but they just all sound the same.
I think we did a really good job at making them sound a lot different. When I say we, I record with Luc Michaud at Highland Studios in LaSalle, and we've worked together since the very beginning. I feel so fortunate to have been paired up with him. I reached out to another musician in the city and just said, like, where do you recommend I record at? She pointed me in his direction. He has 3 little kids, so like he just understood. Like when I walked in, and I was like, because I kind of thought like, are people going to think this is weird? Like, I'm coming in and writing these like piano ballads about dinosaurs, And he like totally got it. He was like, oh no, this is cool. Yeah. So that started with the Dino Lullabies, and they, inherently are different because they're the softer, slower ones. So there's like a T-Rex song, a Velociraptor, an Ankylosaurus, on that one. And then the Dino Ditties, those are sped up. So I wrote those a little faster, a little more, dance-like. And we've just been able, I guess, with the instrumentation that we add, keep them all sounding really different. Like some of them are like total rock songs. Like Luke like goes for it with percussion and his guitars, and like some of these are super jams. Like it's fun.
Kids even little kids love it.
100%.
Yeah.
Super love it. Yeah, it's fun.
My son, he loved, for some reason, when he was little, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Oh, for sure.
Like, why?
Exactly. Oh, my boys are obsessed with Imagine Dragons. Like, they just love that, So I think I also wanted to capture that for kids. Like, I want kids to be able to listen to all sorts of genres of music, but have the content be something that they can listen to at their age.
And understand.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think that, we can put anything on the radio for them, and I do, but I think sometimes the content is not for their ears.
not appropriate.
Right? You know?
Yep.
Yeah. So, and then of course, on the other part of that is that, yeah, we want them to be able to relate to it and like see themselves in these songs, right? So, yeah.
Have you ever thought of making videos for the songs?
Yes.
For
This is
YouTube?
like, I know. I'm like, Kara, you gotta get on it. This is like my running list of things to do.
That
But
would be killer.
Yes, and it's funny. I almost created my first video. It was like last summer. Had to cancel it. We thought we would rebook. Never got around to it. Then I thought, do I do like some DIY ones at home? Like what? But it is like on the list of things to do because really that's the whole other layer to it, right? To have the visual to go with the song, and kids love that.
Oh, they do.
Right? They get it up on YouTube.
Even the babies, they'll just sit there and
exactly,
stare at
right?
it.
And I mean, how fun, we could have puppets, we could have like backgrounds. I mean, there's so much that can be done. So I really want to do that part to it.
And it doesn't even have to be anything fancy or expensive.
Right?
Kids
It can just
love
be
anything.
fun. So when you go on my Spotify and you listen to a song, you know, sometimes you can see the little, I think it's 8 seconds. It's called a canvas. It's an 8-second video that runs on a loop.
Okay.
You ever seen that on Spotify?
Yeah.
So-
because they do that on the podcast, and I can throw on a little clip.
A little clip, yeah. So so if people go and listen to my songs on Spotify, you can see the little video running in the background, and some of them I had a lot of fun making. So there's like a brachiosaurus like chomping like on a plant in our house, and like my boys are helping me. You can see one of their little hands. So we did do some little videos, but I can see, like you said, it doesn't have to be a huge production. It can be just really simple where, you know.
I bet your kids would love that. How old are they?
Okay, so they all just had birthdays. So now I have to remember they're a year older now. 4, 6, 9, and 11.
Okay, so they're all at the age to really have fun making these.
They can have so much fun with it, right?
And they get to do YouTube.
Exactly. I mean, right? Like how fun for them. Yeah. My 11-year-old and 9-year-old be totally geeked out about that.
Yeah.
So it's definitely part, you know, hopefully, I wish I could say it's in the works, but it's, you know, it's there. The idea is there.
You have enough on the playlist. Like, come on. Your plate is full. You have like 3 or 4 plates going on there.
Yeah, there's a few.
I mean, it's something there.
Exactly, right? Yes, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
That sounds like so much fun.
Oh yeah, right? I mean, there's so many ideas to do with it. And that's just it again. Like I think too, when I think about a YouTube channel, like how fun would it be for me to share, like the other week I shared, because I do the DIY instruments at the library, I did a little video showing people how to make an egg shaker, you know, and so that sort of content I think is really great because parents, it's like an easy activity. And then they're bringing music into the home. They didn't have to buy an instrument. Like when I said we made a kazoo, like we made a really cool kazoo out of popsicle sticks.
Wow.
And a straw, and I'll do that video too, and I'll put it online.
I kind of want to come to this.
It's super cute. Yeah, you should come. The music and me, you should come. Yeah. So it's fun. Yeah.
But yeah, Little Tot Landing on YouTube, you could have a little bit of everything. You could have your podcast. And
this is the cool thing, right? That podcast and blog, right? They really go together with the music that I'm doing because it's all geared towards families and kids, right? So you're right. There's a lot there that can connect.
God, you got me thinking of a million things.
I love it.
I'm going to have her work to the bone by
Thank
the end
you.
of this.
That's good.
I can't guarantee you'll make money.
Give me direction, but yeah. Oh, I know, right? But hey, as long as we're having fun.
That's all that matters.
It's true. Right?
Yeah. And it keeps the gray hairs away.
Yes, it does, right?
And I mean, your job and your music is all intertwines with your family, so it's a lot of family time. And
it is, because what I tell people too, the cool thing about the dinosaur songs is like my boys wrote them with me. They would sit there and they'll come in, you know, there's 4 of them, right? So they come in and out of the room, but at some point someone's in there, and those very first ones, it was like my eldest Radley and Ace, like they'd say, "Mom, this is what I know about a velociraptor," right? Because like every 6 to 8-year-old knows every fact that like you could never keep in your brain, but they can, right? And they would just tell me all this information. And so I'd write it down, and then I'd create a song. And I'll say to them, I'll write a song and I'll say, "What do you think about this?" And then they'll tell me, "I like when you sing it higher," or "I like when you sing it lower." And so they help me. So we are spending time together.
Yeah.
So it is a really awesome component to you know what I'm doing. Yeah.
Have your kids watched the Jurassic Park, the cartoon?
Oh, the Camp Cretaceous? Like it's the teenagers who were stuck on the island. They love it. I'm a little bit obsessed too.
I just found that we have friends that have young kids, and they had it on, and I was like
they think
glued to it.
I know, right? Like, I never get a chance to watch.
Where is it streaming
It's
on?
Netflix.
Okay.
It's on Netflix. Yes.
I have to go into the kids section
You
because
totally do, because
Yeah.
it's so good. And like, I never get a chance to watch TV really because, well, you know, the list.
Yeah.
But this show, like, I'll be counting down. They'll be like, Mom, season 3 is coming out October, whatever. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, we've got to have like a marathon. It's so fun. So
The sad thing is I'm 55 and I'm going to be watching it alone.
that's okay, because it's a very good show.
It really is.
It's so good. I
And
know.
there's some parts I'm like, ooh, is this appropriate for the 4-year-old?
I know, it's so true, right? But I'm like, well, maybe my 4-year-old just has no idea what's going on.
They're clueless.
It's funny too to watch these little kids. Like, some of this stuff is scary, and then if you watch like some of the real Jurassic World or Jurassic Park movies, I'm like, that doesn't terrify you that dinosaur just attacked that person? You know, like, they're fine with it.
Legs going
They're
flying.
okay with it. I'm like, okay, no nightmares. But
But at least they didn't show it. They just gave you the idea it was happening.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, I can talk all day
So,
about this.
I
This is
know,
so much
and that's
fun.
what I think, like, thinking about these movies too, and, you know, dinosaurs, again, like, coming back to it, I just think it opens, like, such a world up for kids, because why are we all fascinated? But we're fascinated because scientists find bones and make these really cool guesses about, you know, what these animals maybe looked like and how they hunted or what they ate, and, like, it's really cool that they can do that and that we actually don't know the answers. So I think that's what sparks curiosity for kids. And it's like they can think, hey, maybe there's something more. Maybe there's another idea. Maybe it wasn't like that, you know? I bring that into my songs a lot because I know that what I'm writing about today, that scientific theory probably will change in 10 years from now. So I like to bring that into the songs. It's like, you know, maybe we won't ever know the answer, or maybe this will change, you know.
Whatever you want it to be, it can be.
Absolutely, right? So I hope that also sparks their curiosity and that growth and that growth mindset too, of like, well, you know, and we could think about it differently, you know?
That's a great idea.
Yeah, it's fun. It's so fun. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much, Kara.
Absolutely.
This is so much fun, and
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear some more music.
I know. I'm excited to share this Sunshine EP. I think it's going to be great.
When is that coming out?
So September 19th, Friday. So like in a week and a half from now, it's going to be out.
So it will probably be out by the time this podcast's out.
Yep.
So make sure that if you
Yes.
have little kids, even if you don't, download it.
Go take a listen. Yep, there's some upbeat songs. There's, of course, that remake of You Are My Sunshine. So, yeah, some fun stuff to listen to.
Thank you. And
Thank you so much.
I can't wait to hear everything and catch some more blogs maybe.
Yes, right? Hopefully you can keep me on track, right? You said you keep me on track with everything, yes.
I will.
Awesome.
And again, my name is Tracy Martins. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of YQG in Bloom. And make sure that you follow Kara Kaufmann on Instagram and Little Tots Landing, the blog, her Instagram, YouTube. She's everywhere.
All the things.
All the things. Have a great day.